I hit it.
5.
I hit the button.
4.
I hit the button.
3.
Hit the button.
2. 1. A coaster cannot save you.
Oh, this one can. What's up, everybody? I'm Judge James again.
I'm
Look
Judge
at that.
Edie.
Now it's recording for the YouTubers.
For the time. I'm trying to speak more French.
Happy evening to everyone. Happy Sunday on Living for Crits.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, I don't.
That is the weirdest thing to have on Google.
It is kind of weird.
Like
I have to go over to
garlic.
Twitter for a second because I had a thing going on. We're going to talk about it in a second. Actually, we're going to talk about it first, okay?
Twitter.
So something earlier, I posted something on Twitter earlier. I'm a little disappointed. Maybe I have misjudged my influence, I guess. But I did something earlier today. Hand me the stuff. So we have all the viewers here, not many. Earlier today, I put a post out on Twitter. There was a slight mix-up in my ordering from Pinnacle Entertainment Group for some Deadlands stuff, and I was, instead of being sent, I don't know, was it? I think it was some other stuff. It was like a Deadlands bag of Ghost Rock, and it was a Deadlands badge. Like I have the badge mounted right there on the wall now. Also, new art behind us, not from Pinnacle, but that's just new art.
Wait, where did our thing go?
What thing? What thing?
The Dungeon Tavern thing.
It's been down for months.
No, it hasn't. Where'd it go?
It's been down for months.
Well, where'd it go?
It's at the front of the downstairs. So anyway, now and hi Gabby, and hi Dev, and hi Greg. I had done a thing, so I didn't. What?
I was saying things to Mom because she brought me iced coffee.
So instead of getting the Ghost Rock and the badge, I got a copy of Blood Drive, this lovely 96-page adventure, which I believe is by John Goff, and it was part of a mini Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter that Pinnacle did, and I got that and some other stuff. And while cool, I already have it. So I messaged the awesome people at Pinnacle and said, hey folks, I have this already, and a couple other things they sent me. I don't need it, and if I could get my correct order, and they're like, that's cool, but they're like, don't worry about sending anything back, just keep it with our compliments. And I'm just thinking, I don't want to have just 2 books around that I'm not going to need both copies, right? So I thought a nice thing to do would be to jump online and do some kind of auction. So my post earlier on Twitter, I'm just keep refreshing it, and it's not getting anywhere, was that what I was going to do was, and we're going to do it here, so if anyone viewing right now wants to jump in on this for the end of the show, this is your time. If you would like this book, you can have this book. If you live in the continental United States, we will send you this book, no shipping charge, again, so long as you're in the continental United States. All you would need to do is be the highest bidder, and at this point we're moving to the end of the show on Twitch, so by the time we're wrapping up here, whoever the highest bidder is, starting at $10, so someone here has to say $10, we don't want the money. We do not want this money. This is not for us. If you get the best bid, you're going to donate that money to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, okay? So, and there's a link for that. I'm going to put that here. I will go ahead and put that somewhere here in the show chat here. So we don't want any. So it retails for $24.99, and here is stjude.org. So I'm going to put it in the message here, and it's just stjude.org. Don't give the money until the bidding is done. If you say, hey, I'll give you $20 for that, that's great. At the end of the show, we're just going to have a little exchange. We could PM it here. You could tweet us some information. Hey, look, we're at least going to Dev's in for $10. So already, Dev's in. So what that means is if no one else puts anything up at the end of this, Dev and I are going to exchange a little information, and Dev will get this book. And all we need back from Dev is a picture or a copy of an email that's a proof of donation to St. Jude. And I will cover the shipping side of it. hold the book up again.
Oh, okay.
It will also come with something else that we have. I have some Deadlands art up here, and we got a second copy of the print from them to give away. So there'll be another print coming with it. And we have some adventure deck cards that came that I have extras. And Gabby's at 20. So look at that. See the adventure deck cards, you know. So and there we go. So that's what we're gonna do. That's the thing. The whole idea being, and we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of the show here, that if I don't have a need for it and someone else has a need for it, that is awesome. We should have really thought this out more and had something with like stretch goals of our own, but we didn't think about that.
Nope.
No, we didn't think about that.
I actually fits the theme of our show, you know?
Yeah, we don't think about it. It was sort of, I woke up this morning and I'm like, what am I gonna do with an extra copy of this book? And I'm like, oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a good use for it. It kind of harkens back to the donations we used to do, the Lawful Good Gaming.
Oh yeah.
And we used to like do you can buy a seat with proof of donation. What are you doing with your mouth there? What
I have hair. Like... Oh my god, I still have my mouth. Oh, please.
All right, so $20. And again, I will cover the shipping costs. So don't have to worry about like there's no money transacting. Not with us. And it's just stjude.org. stjude.org. All right, let's do some talky chatty about actual gaming stuff.
Oh please.
What? What are you doing?
I'm cleaning my hands because I had hair in my mouth, so I got my hair out of my mouth and I put my hands on.
Okay.
Oh, this is potent.
Deb says, I was just thinking about how I missed your gaming for good portion of the show. Pretty sure that's how I found out about Feeding America, and now I have a monthly donation. You know what? It probably is something we did that early on, and we kind of stopped doing it because...
Oh, it's so sticky.
Because of comments like that. No. Stop. So anyway, so on the gaming front, Judge Evie didn't play anything this week, but I did play. I played Deadlands on yesterday. That was cool. I spent the week kind of preparing. We're getting ready to go on a vacation in a month or two or something like that, and I was preparing some gaming stuff for that vacation.
You know, me and Bab talked about gaming today.
So I was preparing gaming stuff.
So you bought a wooden box?
Well, look what it says. What's it say?
Mint.
No, that's not mint. What's it say?
Ireland's oldest
Read this.
whiskey.
Oh, okay, there you go. Ireland's oldest whiskey.
So you bought whiskey?
So I was preparing for a game today.
By buying whiskey.
But the best way to prepare was to get out my favorite box that I have. That I was gifted this box and some contents within from getting my MBA. And inside this box is
the basketball?
An MBA. Mike Brava Alpha. So in here are the contents to one of my favorite games of all time. Crimson Skies! That's right, I drank the stuff years ago, but I kept the box because I have a bunch of these really rad little Crimson Skies miniatures in here.
I forgot about these. We play with these.
Huh?
We still play with these.
I know. So I have a lot of painted pewter Crimson Skies miniatures, but I'm not bringing them on a trip. But in here are all of the paper Crimson Skies minis that we used when I first got Crimson Skies back in I think it was the fall of 1999. And then years later, and this is the game I played most in college in that year, was this. Every Saturday night we were playing Crimson Skies. And then years later, I found the plastic ones by WizKids at half-price books. I cut them all up and took the things off of them and then used little things to make bases for them. So I was actually rebasing some of them because some of them, the bases had fallen off. And I was looking, so this one here is a magnet glued to a Reaper Bones base glued to a plane. And that's a Bloodhawk from the nation of Hollywood. Look at that. So anyway, so I've got a whole box of these. I also just this week finally beat Crimson Skies.
Wait, can I close it? Can I close it?
Beat Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge.
These little closey things make me so happy.
Aren't they cool?
Yeah.
They're pretty rad. I'm back here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm bringing Crimson Skies with me to Gen Con 2022. So I'll be playing that. I know that my friend Rose is playing. She is going to be the first time she plays, but we'll see how that goes. She's like a BattleTech expert, so I don't know how that's going to go. So I think that her experience with BattleTech is going to carry over. You know what BattleTech is?
Nope.
There you
I'm
go.
actually just like looking at my hair right now to see.
It's going to
if,
carry
like,
over.
the strands are like evenly placed. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to Judge Evie Presides, the part of the show where questions come into to Judge
Yeah.
Evie. You can send
I
to
have a lot of
DCC
random stuff in my
judgeevie@gmail.com. Current bid for Blood Drive is $20. Let me go over for a second and just see if anyone's commenting out on Twitter. I kind of did break the rules by saying that I was going to put it up on here. No, so right now, there we go. Gabby is still in. Mysteries Interest says BattleTech is dope. I used to think the same thing, and then I gave all of my BattleTech away to my friend Ethan, and now he has all my BattleTech, including hundreds of dollars of miniatures and a whole crap ton of books, like a stack 2 feet high. Brian says, seems
Oh my
to be
gosh,
a
Brian,
lot
I'm
of
about to
gaming
read your
for good.
questions.
In the U.S. recently, too many horrible things happening. Many horrible things are happening. But we're going to talk about good things right now.
By reading your questions.
By reading your questions, Brian.
Maybe.
So here we go. You can send your question to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com.
This is true.
Go with questions.
Questions! Sorry, that was probably like not a good. Okay. Anyways, bonsoir, judges. Yes, another sad week has gotten all of the wallabies over here feeling awful, and we need some game
How about
help
you read them
cheer
to
up.
understand it? No one can hear what you're saying.
Brian can.
Brian has no idea what you're saying. Don't. If you're going to do French or do English, don't do a crappy French accent. Try again.
I don't know how to read all this in French though.
Just read it in English.
Well, I was.
You really weren't.
That's one of the better accents I've done on here.
Let's go.
See. Ow.
Read.
Number 1. There's a group with a player who always wants to do his own thing. When the group has encounters, specifically when he's a bard and has tried to either go off to explore on his own, leaving the party, or refusing to engage in combat with others, but rather sit on the side and sign a ballad. This annoys all of the other players.
You meant sing a ballad.
No, it's just sign the ballad.
I think it was a typo. No one signs about. I guess. Well,
Wouldn't
I guess
you sign your ballads?
I guess a bard that was like, did like sign language, and you could,
Maybe.
Yeah. So okay.
Okay. How do you
sorry.
handle these players that do not seem to be playing well with the rest of the group?
So.
You kill them.
No, you don't kill the player.
No, like you kill the character.
No,
and so then they can't be
that's
idiots.
also not. And Gabby's like off with their heads. Great, thank you, you for like. Yeah,
See,
great.
exactly. We're on the same page here.
I think the best thing to do
Is kill them.
Is to.
My solution.
Is that your answer to this question?
Yeah.
Okay. My answer is take them aside.
Put them in their place.
In either a private conversation or not with the rest of the players, and maybe look at what their character's motivation is. I had a conversation this weekend actually with my friends about like group dynamics and whether or not being a player character in a party at a table that implies that whether that right there should imply participation or if it should have to be earned. And I'm of the belief that if you're a player and you're sitting with 4 other players at the table, that you should just make an assumption for the ease of play that you're going to try to work with other players. It doesn't always have to happen, and not everyone's game table runs the same way. But if yours does, and you want the players to work together, you need to talk to that player. And if you feel that character might not be a good fit. Like if you have a bard that only wants to sing ballads, you have to decide as a game master, are you going to change the adventure for that bard to have less combat? Or are you going to maybe talk with the player and say, look, you're not going to participate a lot if this is the case. Is that okay? And you might need to rebalance encounters if that one person is not being involved. But if that's how the person wants to role play and you're okay with it, then it's fine. There's really no wrong way to do it. But remember, as a GM, you're allowed to have fun too. So you shouldn't have to be an arbitrator for this regularly.
Or do that solution, which could also work.
It could also work.
It could work.
It could work.
It could work.
Next question.
Question 2.
Good question.
Have you run many games with chases, and what specific rules do you use to run them?
Ugh.
Chases?
Brian says maybe this is why there are no bards in DCC. Yeah, like player characters named Chase.
I was more thinking of that one game we used to play where you always had to take a chaser card, like the drinking game.
Oh,
The
Red Dragon Inn?
Mhm.
It's Chaser, not Chases.
Yeah, I was confused because I don't know what that means. Oh, like people chasing each other?
Yes. We've had some chases in East Texas University.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think where else you've had chases. Greg's got this down. Chases are difficult. Unless you're going to use miniatures. And even then, you know, if you're using vehicles, it's really hard to keep people on task. I have never found a chase system I really, really liked. I remember when the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition was like kind of being concocted, and I remember trying some of the systems that were out for that. At the time, I think simple initiative can work for it, but you know it becomes kind of abstract. I've done chases in Cypher, and they felt okay. I don't know. There's really not I've still not ever seen a great chase system. But I know we've been talking Savage Worlds a lot in recent weeks. I think their chase system right now is about the best I have seen. And Mr. Citrus says kind of what I'm saying. Savage Worlds is a decent chase system using a card deck, but it's not perfect. Yeah. And so yeah, I just think chases are really challenging. And I think everyone else is in the same feeling. Just if you're not using miniatures, it's a great chase system for DCC would be to use Vehicle Mayhem, the car game.
Oh yeah,
that would be great.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. In my brain,
our friend Jonathan Snodgrass wrote that, and it would be great for DCC if you had cars.
Yeah.
Some Mutant Crawl classics it would work great for. Next question.
Okay.
Also a great question.
Question 12. Rapid fire question. Wait, I did not read that sentence correct. Rapid fire round of questions. Which RPG system would you use to run the following? Guardians of the Galaxy. You should use the one with the spaceships.
Mothership.
Yeah.
Mothership.
That's the one that I was telling you that I had the fourth plan because I read these this morning and I was going to send them to you, but I forgot.
I think Mothership is.
I think Mothership would be so good for that.
Yeah.
Question. Oh no.
Although it doesn't quite have the right feel because Mothership's kind of dark and gritty, and Guardians of the Galaxy is bright and
Instead
shiny.
of having the creepy music in the background, you should just play like the soundtrack from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Work. I would do Mothership. Mothership's a really good sci-fi game.
That'd be good. I like that. Okay. Be. Yeah. I don't really know how to pronounce the French letters because it's kind of confusing.
B, C, D, E, F,
Yeah.
G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, 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 R, S, T, 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 U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Voila. That's how I learned them in French class.
Really?
I still know how to sing that. Q, 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 R, S, that's the song. T, 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 U, V.
Okay, Bet is Mission Impossible. Which one's that again?
Mission Impossible is like an action adventure thing, like with Tom Cruise in it.
Is that on spaceships?
No.
Oh, well then I'm lost because I don't remember.
So Mission Impossible is really wasn't it gadget heavy? I think I would use. So I want to say modern age. But I don't know it well enough to say I think it would be the best system for it. I'm going to say Cypher system because of all the ciphers. Gabby, your soul just cried a bit. So do you know that rap? Is it more than me? Is it more than my school that did that rap?
I have not learned that rap.
Gabby? Did you? I think you did the rap.
Did you learn
Did you learn that rap?
Did you learn the song where it's like? No, it's like réussi sans. Réussi, olé.
No.
No, okay.
What's the next game? So I'm going to say Cypher system.
Next one is Time Bandits.
Oh my god, it's a terrible movie.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's god awful. Ryutama.
I don't know what that is.
Because you just gotta.
You like the game?
No, I don't.
Is that why you gave it Time Bandits?
They gave it Time Bandits because within 5 minutes of playing Ryutama, Time Bandits, you put it aside and play something good and watch something good.
And my last one is
next.
Kiki's Delivery Service. That's the last one. And then Cheers.
Well, Kiki's Delivery Service, that's a That was an anime movie with the Miyazaki movie.
Yeah.
I think No Thank You Evil would work well with that.
That's what I was thinking.
I think No Thank You Evil.
That was in my wave brain.
I know I don't want to say it's a kid's game, but
no, because you can make No Thank You Evil kind of not. As
I know you made it
kids.
pretty bleak.
Yeah. Some parents did not like that.
Yeah.
When I would do the test games, because I asked the kids before, I was like, well, "What do you want in the game?" And they all had very different answers. So I tried to incorporate it. And then this one time, his dad sat in on it, and he was very
You know, the mechanics for No Thank You Evil, I think, would work great. But I know that Ryutama is supposed to capture that feel of a Miyazaki movie, like Kiki's Delivery Service. But I still think that, the simplest storytelling system is the best. Whereas Ryutama is very mechanical. It feels a lot like a JRPG. I know it is a Japanese role-playing game, but I feel like you want to have as simple as possible. I think that when you look at, what would be a good game would be that, what is it? What's it called? Is it called Stealing Stories for the Devil? Yeah, the new game by Monty Cook Games, because that has a real simple. You know what? That would be a great game for Mission Impossible. That's a heist game. That's the heist system. So now I'm thinking about it. It's just not out yet.
I see. We have a wrap.
Oh, the wrap. Here we go. We are still, just as a heads up, we are nearing the end of the show. We get the book out. We're at the current bid and Gabby is winning right now. Is winning the bid for Blood Drive at $20. If you so all you have to do if you're just watching now is if you bid, you're just going to type in the chat what your bid amount for this is. At the end of this, whoever is the highest bidder just needs to email us proof of donation and their address. You can send them to DCC Judge Evie. That's what we're going to do it. At gmail.com. Your address and your what's it called? Your proof of donation to stjude.org, and we will send you the book. We will cover the shipping. There is nothing you have to pay to us. We are not taking any money. This is going entirely to St. Jude. I'm just going to double check Twitter again and make sure no one's sitting over there saying they're some crazy amount. Nope. Right now, Gabby, she is still in the lead. So Dev says, Ryutama is telling stories with the aesthetic of Miyazaki and the mechanics of playing an old NES game that you don't know any of the rules for. Sounds accurate. Rap time.
Called Westward Ho.
And Trogdor781, my friend Andy, said it's exactly like that because his character died in the game by sleeping.
Lovely.
Just kidding. He just lost some hit points by sleeping. By sleeping funny.
Okay.
All right, ready?
It's a Western, let's be clear. We explore a vast frontier where rules are light, hard to enforce unless you have a gun, of course. Don't fence us in below the sky, or we'll grow restless by and by. So saddle up and spur your mount, pursue your freedom, that's what counts. It's a Western, let's be clear, as we all ride on out of here. Ew. Get some sanitizer. Some sticky tizer. That was lovely.
Thank you, Greg Schwartzkopf, for another lovely rap. Little Greg accent. Very, very nice.
Lovely.
So, our topic was talking about blood drive for charity. So, I think we're at the end of the show here. We'll do another 60 seconds if anyone wants to beat Gabby here on the donation amount of $20. Again, let me see the things. Gabby right now will be getting a copy of the 96-page blood drive, a copy of a print of an awesome Harrod coming out of the ground with 2 guns. Mr. Citrus is $25. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Mr. Citrus is up. And some adventure cards. So, again, I will cover shipping inside the continental U.S., Brian McKay. Do not bid on this, Brian McKay, since you are in Australia, Brian, and I'm not shipping into Australia. So I hope Mr. Citrus is not in Australia. No offense, Mr. Citrus. So we're going to go, I'll tell you what, I'm a little countdown thing if anyone wants to, where's you get a countdown thing here? Where's it? Where's the clock? All right. So when this says
35
we're gonna go 1 more minute.
Okay.
So when this says
Which way to entertain them?
28:40, we're
Okay.
gonna. Well, I think people should know how to contact us, Judge Evie.
We just said that. Oh, that one! You can find us, contact us at I Live for Crits on
Twitter.
Living for Crits on Instagram, and search Living for Crits on YouTube.
We do want to thank everyone that shared the stuff. We had a lot of great people that shared the info. I really thought we were going to have kind of something crazy. And honestly, $25, it looks like this. We got 25 seconds left, but it looks like that's going to be where it's going, unless Gabby's going to get angry here and start adding more bucks here. But the fact that we can...
I got you.
So the email, it's going to be DCC...
Oh.
Judge Evie @gmail.com. And remember, Gabby's gonna do $20 anyway. Gabby, I tell you what, I got something else I could send your way, Gabby. A little smaller token, but Gabby, if you could send your address to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com as well, and I will send it. No, you won't take anything. Gabby hasn't won anything. That's awesome.
I was going to send yays. Wait, I want to send the yays.
Send the yays.
It won't let me send it. Okay.
There we go. And it's up. We're at it. So it is going to Mr. Citrus. So again, you're going to send in the email you send us. You're going to just send a copy of the proof of donation to the what's it called? To stjudes.org. Okay, stjude.org. stjude.org. Do not send any money to us. We do not wish for any money. You want to go to stjude.org, and that is going to. That's really great. That I gotta say that we've raised $45 today with some stuff that was sent over here, and we really appreciate all of you. And maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll just do it on the show. I think trying to do it on Twitter is kind of challenging. Yeah. I think it's better on the show, and with the other stuff that we could give away. I love the fact that something that could have just sat on a shelf somewhere is going to add a little bit of positive energy to the world. So I'm gonna say, so we're gonna wrap up here.
Yeah.
And until next time, be safe, be healthy, be kind. And I'm just gonna say, thank you, Gabby, and thank you, Mr. Citrus.
I'm just gonna follow it up with, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.